Numbers, numbers, numbers. We see them in news stories all the time. Why? Because statistics help us to understand the magnitude of something without having to rely on subjective interpretation. If someone tells you that there is a lot of crime in that area, as a journalist, you would need to ask, how much is a lot? And what area are you talking about? Having a statistic on violent crime in a geographic location will be helpful in not only corroborating your story, but also to relate to your readers a more objective fact. Finding reliable and relevant statistics and numbers can be challenging when just straight Googling, so I'm going to show you a few tips. But first, a few ground rules. If you find an article or web page that quotes some statistic or figure, look it up yourself. If they provide a link, follow it. If they vaguely state, according to a report from the Department of Health, go to the department's website to try to track down the report. Do not report from third or fourth-hand accounts when it comes to statistics. Read the fine print. Because you always want to make sure that the statistics say what you think they say. The original source will most likely include details of how and where the data were collected, the sample size, and things like that. Always be skeptical. All of the usual rules of information literacy apply here. Ask yourself, when was the data collected? How old is it? Who collected it? Are they a professional with qualifications in that field? Are there potential biases? What could they be? Could the source be spinning the numbers to tell a story that's not really there? Always think critically. In general, there are some good places to find statistics. The first of these is the federal government of the United States. The U.S. government is the largest publisher of information in the world. Not just because every government department is trying to prove its importance by collecting and publishing data, but also because to effectively govern a nation as large as ours, information needs to be collected. Examples of departments I'm talking about are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Bureau of the Census, and the Department of Energy, or Justice, or Labor, or whatever department might be concerned with your topic. Policy or research institutes, also called think tanks, are organizations that basically do research. Think of them like universities, but without the students, and with professors that just conduct and publish research. Examples of think tanks are the Pew Research Center, the American Enterprise Institute, and the Rand Corporation. Be aware that think tanks sometimes come from a certain political angle. For example, the American Enterprise Institute promotes a very free market, conservative economic viewpoint. So always keep this in mind when you're considering them. Finally, we have intergovernmental organizations, or IGOs, and non-governmental organizations, or NGOs. Examples of IGOs include the United Nations and the World Health Organization, while NGOs include examples such as Amnesty International and CARE. IGOs and NGOs can sometimes also have a political angle, so try to take that into consideration as well.